Today you will be studying two fossils of Echinoidea, famously called belonging to Echinoderma. Two fossils are Micraster and Hemiaster. To your right is Micraster and this is Hemiaster. This is Hemiaster. Hemiaster and Micraster. This is Micraster. This is Hemiaster. Micraster is larger in size compared to Hemiaster, but in morphological characteristics it may appear same. You can just look at it. Both are looking same. So this is heart shaped outline. This is also heart shaped. You see, heart shaped. So them being heart shaped is identical characteristics. There are two varieties of Echinoidea. One is called Regularia and other is Irregularia. In Regularia type of echinoids, the peristome and anus are in opposite direction, exactly in opposite directions. So name of the specimen or species is Echinus, where you can see peristome is exactly in opposite position to anus. That is Regularia. These two are Irregularia, where anus and peristome are not exactly placed at opposite places, opposite directions. You can see here, this is apical system. This is apical system. And as this is Irregularia, peristome is not placed exactly at opposite of this. So if you go vertically downward here like this, you will not find peristome, not exactly below this place of anus. So I shall turn around and try to show. This is peristome. This is the place for peristome. So the point exactly opposite to anus appears here. This is not the place where peristome is located. Peristome is here at this depression. So it has little bit moved towards downside than the exact opposite position. So it has to be here if it is Regularia type of echinoid. If it is regular type of echinoid, it moves aside. So they are not exactly opposite each other. So I turn it again for you so that you can identify. This is the place for anus, placed at the center of apical system, and exactly below there is no peristome or mouth. So it is here. So let's check about this one. This is the apical system. Center of that is anus. Center of that is anus. And turn it round. Peristome or mouth is not exactly present below this. And turn it round. It is present here. This is mouth. Can you see? This is mouth. So it is moved aside. Then the opposite point position moved aside. So this is the characteristic of irregularia. So the larger one is microaster, the smaller one is hemiaster. You are seeing this a peristomal view of hemiaster, and this is apical system view of microaster. So let's take one by one. So as I told you, this is apical system. Anus is present at the center of it. Apical system is having 5 genital plates and 5 ocular plates. They are placed in alternate position with each other. One of the genital plates is modified. It is porous and its name is madreporite. So details are not seen here. Details of apical system are not seen here. So as in theory, you see the sketches of apical system having one apical disc, circular disc at the center, and the central position to that will be anus. Around the apical disc there will be 5 genital plates. Out of 5 genital plates, one will be having pores in it. That's why it is called as madreporite. So there will be centrally located circular apical disc. Center of that will be the place for anus. Around the circular apical disc there will be 5 genital plates. Out of 5, one is porous, which is called as madreporite. Remaining 4 genital plates are not having small pores in it. So madreporite stands different because of presence of minute micropores in it. Many micropores are in it. But one thing is common in all genital plates, that is each genital plate is having one large pore opening through which genital organs come out, and that openings are called as genital pores. So each genital plate will be having genital pore, and one of the genital pore is modified with minute micropores, that is called as madreporite. So madreporite is also having genital pore, but along with genital pore it will be having many micropores in it. So these are the 5 genital plates. In alternate position to genital plates, there will be triangular ocular plates. They are also 5 in number. So ocular plates will be positioned here, 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 and here, because from ocular plates these depression area starts here. Those areas are part of next system that we shall discuss afterwards. So 5 ocular plates, which are triangular normally in shape, are placed in alternate positions, as you know. So this forms apical system, that is central apical circular disc. The central apical circular disc, can you see dotted dark coloration here? This is place for apical disc. And then central part, which is a light coloration, is the place for anus. Here, this is place for anus, and 5 genital plates will be placed here, where between these two depressed areas. Here, one genital plate here. This is 2, place for second genital plate. This is third place for genital plate, fourth place for genital plate, and this is fifth place for genital plate. So these are the 5 places where genital plates will be there. Okay, and I'm going to place this pointer at the place where ocular plates will be there. So between these two places of genital plates, in between these two, that is here, this is the place for ocular plate, this is the place for ocular plate. Between these two, second ocular plate, third ocular plate place, fourth ocular plate place, and fifth ocular plate place. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 ocular plates are there. Okay, so this is called as apical system, which forms central apical disc. In center of that is anus. Surrounding to apical disc are 5 genital plates, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 genital plates, and 5 ocular plates, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 ocular plates. So this forms the apical system. What you are seeing here is called as corona. Okay, corona is made up of 10 areas. Out of 10, 5 are interumbilical areas and 5 are umbilical areas. So I highlight the umbilical areas for you first. So these are the dark coloration areas. This, and this. These are 5 umbilical areas, which starts from ocular plates. Earlier I told you that this is the place for ocular plate. This is the place for ocular plate. This is the place for ocular plate. So umbilical areas starts from ocular plates here. So this umbilical area starts from this ocular plate. This umbilical area starts from this ocular plate. This umbilical area starts from this ocular plate. This umbilical area starts from this ocular plate, and this umbilical area starts from this ocular plate. So these are 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 umbilical areas. Okay, and now between two umbilical areas, between these two dark colored umbilical areas, this area is interumbilical area. You see this light colored area, this is interumbilical area. Starting from this place is the place for which plates? Genital plates. So interumbilical area starts with genital plates of the apical system. So let's check how many interumbilical areas are there. So between these two is one interumbilical area. Between these two umbilical areas there is second interumbilical area. Between these two umbilical areas, this is third interumbilical area. You see this light colored between these two umbilical areas. This is fourth interumbilical area, this, and between this and this is fifth interumbilical area. So in this specimen you can see umbilical areas of anterior side. This is anterior side, this is posterior side. Two umbilical areas are shorter in length. Two lateral posterior umbilical areas are longer in length. Can you see here? And fifth is here, placed at the depression. This depression is nothing but a posterior depression. So one umbilical area is present in the posterior depression. So this depression itself gives the heart shape to the shell towards the posterior side. Okay, so if you see anterior end, it is blunt. It is not having any depression here, rather it is having elevation, ridge like elevation here. So here it is depression towards the posterior side, and this gives heart shape. So these are the four umbilical areas: 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 umbilical areas, out of which 2 are present towards anterior are shorter in length, 2 present towards the posterior end are longer in length, 1 is present in the depression. These are the 5 umbilical areas, and these are the interumbilical areas: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Watch carefully. I am not touching the darker areas. I am highlighting the area between these two darker. This is interumbilical area 1, interumbilical area 2, 3, 4 and 5. This 5. Right? So all areas mentioned here may be umbilical area or interumbilical area are total 5 number. 5 umbilical areas and 5 interumbilical areas. So this is called corona, which is having 10 areas. Out of 10 areas, 5 will be umbilical areas, 5 will be umbilical areas and 5 will be interumbilical areas. Okay. So if you take one umbilical area here, you take any one. One umbilical area is made up of set of plates. This is made up of many plates together, which are joined together or fused together. Now I shall try to show you taking the specimen near to the camera, so that hopefully you will be seeing what is there in the umbilical area. You can see small plates in umbilical area. Numerous plates are there. Okay. And each plate is having pair of pores. It's called as geminal pores. Earlier you have seen pores which are present in the genital plates. Those are called genital pores. The plates of umbilical area are having pair, means there will be 2 pores in each plate, and those pores are called as geminal pores. So geminal pores is the specialty of plates of umbilical area. So these are the small lines you are seeing here. These are all plates. Okay, the geminal pores is the distinctive character of plates of umbilical area. These are the plates of umbilical area, small lines you are seeing here, and each plate, so this is one plate, small plate, each plate is having pair of pores, that is geminal pores. Similarly, this area that is made up of many plates. They are large size plates. Can you see? This is one plate. This is second plate. This is third plate. These are the plates. They are plain. They are not having any small pores in it. So umbilical area is also made up of fused plates, many together. So there will be two rows of plates in umbilical area. This is one row of plates. This is second row of plates joined in between with zigzag line. Can you see here? This line is zigzag, where two rows, one row hidden below this pointer, another row hidden below this pointer. These are the two rows, one row, two row in one area. In each row there will be plates. Each plate will be having pair of pores. Name of pores is geminal pores. This is umbilical area. This is intraumbilical area, made up of many plates. Here also, here one plate, second plate, this large plate, third plate. So this is one row of plates. Another row is here. Here one plate, second plate, third plate, fourth plate. This is line of junction of two rows of plates. This is also zigzag. Can you see? This is zigzag. Zigzag. It is going zigzag. So one row of plates, another row of plates having line of zigzag junction. These plates are not having any pores. So this is interumbilical area. Got it? So how many rows are there total in umbilical area? So we have 5 umbilical areas, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Each area is having 2 rows. Can you see this row and this row? So 5 into 2, 10 rows are there in total umbilical areas. Similarly, there are 2 rows in each interumbilical area. So how many rows are there in total interumbilical area? 2, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. Can you see 2 rows? This is line of junction, zigzag line of junction. This is one plate, this is another plate, this is another plate, this is another plate. 2 rows. So 1, 2, third area, fourth area and fifth area. So 5 areas are having 2 rows. Each area is having 2 rows. Okay. So again there are 10 rows in interumbilical areas. If you want to understand how many total areas are there, 10 areas are there. How many umbilical areas are there? 5, like this. How many interumbilical areas are there? 5, like this. How many rows are there in all umbilical areas? 10. How many rows are there in all interumbilical areas? 10. How many total rows are there in all, including umbilical areas and interumbilical areas? So there will be 20 rows of plates distributed among 10 areas. Okay. So this is about the corona. Next part is peristome. So this is peristome. This is mouth or peristome of the animal. Okay. See, these areas are extended from corona up to other side also. Okay. Areas. These are areas. You are seeing areas. These areas. These are areas. Here is mouth or peristome. This peristomal opening. Mouth is also made up of fusion of many plates together. Those plates functions as closing the mouth opening when it is not needed, and then at the time of feeding the plates will be opened and food will be taken inside. Those plates also around the peristome or mouth acts as a teeth which cuts the prey or food and will be taken inside. This is the mouth. The peristome is a smaller sized aperture surrounded by many plates. So this is about micrester. This is hemiaster. See the identical similarity. Now you can identify umbilical areas and interumbilical areas here. See, this is apical system. This is the place for anus. This apical disc is at the center. This is also having apical disc at the center, having hole at the center, that is anus. Around apical disc there are 5 genital plates. So these are the places for genital plates. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. I am placing the pointer at white areas because from that intraumbilical area starts. This is intraumbilical area, isn't it? You have seen. This is intraumbilical area. This is umbilical area, smaller size. Umbilical area. So these are the 5 places where genital plates will be there. 1, 2, from where intraumbilical area starts. Okay. And these are the 5 places where ocular plates will be placed. See, now I am placing the pointer at the place from where umbilical area starts. That is here. Place for ocular plate here. Place for ocular plate here. Place for ocular plate here. I am placing the pointer in darker areas. Place for ocular plate here. Okay. So these are the places for ocular plates. This forms the apical system here, very small. And now areas. This is umbilical area 1, umbilical area 2, umbilical area 3, umbilical area 4, umbilical area 5. So 5 umbilical areas. Between 2 umbilical areas is intraumbilical area. This is intraumbilical area 1, intraumbilical area 2, intraumbilical area 3, intraumbilical area 4 and intraumbilical area 5. These are 5 intraumbilical areas. Let's take the specification. Can you see? These are the areas. This is intraumbilical area. There are 2 rows of plates. This is 1 row of plate. This is 2nd row of plate. So 2 rows are here. 1 row here, another row here in umbilical area. Okay. You can see a textured design inside that is due to the web plates. This is not actual animal, so record of detailing is impossible. Okay. If it is a shell of animal, you can see clearly the plates fused together having geminal pores in it, but it is fossilized form, so recording details of the morphological character is impossible. And again, this specimen is handled for so many years, more than 70-80 years. So due to erosion, this detailing has gone. So this is intraumbilical area. There are also 2 rows of plates here, 1 here and 1 here. Okay. Can you see a line of junction? This is intraumbilical area. This is one row of plates. This is another row of plates. The central line of junction, darker color. Can you see? And this is line of junction. Right. So two rows of plates in intraumbilical area. Here it is more distinct. Plates are distinct. Can you see? One plate here. This is another plate. This is next plate. This is one row of plates running like this. And there is another row of plates here. One plate, second plate, third plate, and so on. This is line of junction, zigzag line of junction between the plates. So as intraumbilical area is larger in size, you can see ably the plates clearly. But umbilical area is smaller. You cannot see the plates here. Okay. So this is apical system, small apical system. This is corona system having 1, 2 anterior umbilical areas which are shorter comparatively. These two shorter comparatively than the posterior umbilical areas. One umbilical area is present in the depression towards the posterior side. Okay. There are 5 umbilical areas. Alternate to that are 5 interumbilical areas. 1, 2, this part is eroded, cut. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Now turn it towards the opposite side. Now this is peristome. Detailing is not preserved as it is, but you can identify the place for peristome. You cannot see the plates which builds around the peristome or mouth, because those triangular plates are attached with the peristomal cavity with the soft muscles. So after decomposition, those soft muscles, the plates will be released out. So it will be not seen here. Only it will be there in the form of cavity, and this cavity will be filled by sediment. So it appears darker color. Okay, this is the peristomal cavity. This is hemiaster. So this is micraster. Towards the left hand side is hemiaster. What is identical similarity? Two umbilical areas towards the anterior are shorter in length. Two umbilical areas towards the posterior are longer in length. Similarly here also, these two umbilical areas, 1 and 2, are shorter, placed towards anterior. 2 towards the posterior, 1 here and 1 here, are longer in length, and 5th will be present in the depression, sulcus like depression, here grooved depression. Okay, so it appears a proportionate comparison. So you have just seen the fossils of Echinoidea belonging to Echinodermata. Okay.